Now on CoastTV News.
Cool temperatures to start the week with mainly 60s this morning. Very comfortable, and high pressure keeps our weather on the quiet side for the week ahead. I'll have your forecast details coming up.
Ongoing investigation into a house explosion in Maryland. Details about the incident that killed 2 people.
Efforts to reduce crashes at a popular spot in Georgetown. A new committee aimed at protecting the Georgetown Circle.
And White Marlin Open recap, a look back at the world's largest and richest billfish tournament.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It's Monday, August 12th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley.
And I'm Elisa Weber. Matt Pensick has the day off. And thanks for joining us for CoastTV News Today. Welcome to our 6 o'clock hour.
Definitely. So if you're just joining us, don't forget Elisa will be with us for the rest of the week. We're very excited. Matt's taking some time off. And a good week, I would say, weather-wise, for you to join us.
Yeah, it is a good week. Not too hot.
Yeah.
Rain. And I know Bob will tell us a little bit more about Matt's vacation week, too. Maybe he can plan his plans, too.
Matt's vacation week forecast.
Yeah, Matt's vacation week is looking pretty good, guys. And Elisa, welcome to the morning show. And good morning to you, Paige. And good morning, Delmarva. We are looking at comfortable weather this morning. Nice sleeping weather. We could turn down or turn off the AC for a while for a change. 68 Millsboro, 65 in Georgetown, Delmar 63, Redden, the cool spot at 61, but a little milder at the beach at 70, Indian River Inlet. Bethany Beach right now, you're at 67 degrees. Winds are very light, but the tendency of the winds coming out of the north. We like to see that this time of year as we have some clouds floating through, nothing in the way of precipitation across the region, just some hit and miss clouds. The showers are to the south through North Carolina and offshore from the Outer Banks with low pressure there, but high pressure is keeping us high and dry. Let's walk you through it on Futurecast. Some clouds this morning. Otherwise, we will see the sun and comfortable humidity levels today. Temperatures warming through the 70s and 80s, and by mid-afternoon into the mid-80s for highs inland and at the beaches into the 70s. Very comfortable this evening, but make sure you have that higher powered sunscreen. You're going to need it. It's a 9 on the UV scale today. Burn time only 10 minutes, and we're in that very high range the next several days. So you'll need the SPF 30, at least 30 plus. Find the midday shade, limit time outdoors, and try to avoid the sun from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m.
All right, do Bob, thank you. 2 people are dead after a house explosion near Baltimore Sunday morning. What you're looking at there on your screen is video of the aftermath. It shows that home reduced to a pile of rubble. The exact cause of that blast is still under investigation, but the fire department was initially dispatched to the home in Harford County for an exterior gas leak. That was around 6:42 a.m. According to officials, there was an odor of gas within that area. Several homes and structures in the community also had damage, displacing as many as 12 families.
The Ocean City Police are still investigating a deadly crash that killed 1 bicyclist. According to police, the crash happened around 2 p.m. on Sunday near 14th Street and St. Louis Avenue. Police say 34-year-old Stephanie Holston was killed while riding her e-bike after being hit by a car. Unfortunately, Holston was pronounced dead on the scene.
Maryland State Police are still investigating a shooting they say happened Sunday morning. Troopers say it was around 2 a.m. at the Cherry Beach Park in Sharptown. Police were called for reports of shots fired. According to Maryland State Police, they looked around the area for any victims, but they didn't find anybody. So now, Maryland State Police are asking anyone with information about the shooting to contact the authorities.
And new this morning, the Maryland State Police are warning about a recent phone scam of people impersonating troopers. And according to the agency, scammers are using the real names of troopers in an attempt to steal personal information from potential victims. Troopers say the scammers are claiming to be from Culver County Sheriff's Office, and some even have caller IDs that look real. MSP says if anyone gets a suspicious call asking for a name, rank, and badge number, that to hang up and call the office they claim to represent.
Happening today in Georgetown, officials there are calling on the public for some solutions. Georgetown's creating what it calls a Circle Advisory Committee. People on that committee will get ideas to protect the town circle and prevent drivers from crashing into it. That's because there have been 5 crashes through the circle in the last few months. Mayor Bill West says forming the committee is a way to get everyone involved.
First go around, we'll just bring it up to the council members and let them go out and talk to the people and find out what members of the community want to be on the board, and let them, then we'll bring it together as a group and let them start discussing what they can do and what they can't do.
Circle Advisory Committee is scheduled to be appointed at the next town council meeting, which is tonight at 6:30.
And plans to improve Cape Henlopen State Park are taking shape, especially a new park office and entrance. If you take a look at your screen, here are the design plans for the proposed site. And DenRec says the new office would feature a public lobby that would provide indoor queuing for park pass purchases and a gift shop, and would also provide visitor parking. The public can continue to comment on projects now through Wednesday, August 14th.
The White Marlin Open has come and gone this year. Many people walked away with just millions of dollars. The same boat had been on top of the leaderboard for most of the week.
And did that change on the final day? Well, Delmarva Sports Network's Kayla Santiago shows us how the week ended for all of the excited anglers.
Day 6 and the final one of the 51st annual White Marlin Open. And yes, there was 6 days because severe weather did hit the shore just a bit. So this wraps up the final one at that. It was a beautiful evening, though, here in Ocean City, Maryland. We did have a leader in the Wahoo category. The boat called American Lady coming out of Indian River, Delaware, winning $68,000 and just a bit more at that as well. A 70-pound Wahoo, the leader of that category. But the moment you've all been waiting for, the overall winners. And it was that White Marlin that came in on Tuesday by boat Waist Knot, an angler Ven Poole out of Raleigh, North Carolina, weighing in at 77.5 pounds, which cashed in for just under $4 million. In second, it was the boat Bill Fisher, falling just short of first by 1.5 pounds. They reel in a 76-pound White Marlin, gaining just under $2 million. And in third, Stonecutter with the 897.5-pound Blue Marlin, gaining just under $530,000. And that just about does it for the 51st annual White Marlin Open. And not too bad. Last year there was no White Marlin that was brought up that qualified in the tournament, and this year it was 2 White Marlin coming out on top of that leaderboard. Reporting in Ocean City, Maryland at the White Marlin Tournament for the Delmarva Sports Network, I'm Kayla Santiago.
And we're now going to recap our Olympics bracket, and Delmarva has chosen their favorite sport.
Yeah, definitely. You guys have been voting for a while now, and the time has come to see what is the Peninsula's favorite event. Here's a look at all the matchups we had. Gymnastics came out on top, and I know that you said you were favoring gymnastics too a little bit, Elisa.
I was, but I do love track and field.
Yeah.
I mean, this year Team USA was just
incredible,
dominant.
Definitely, yeah. Yes. This was a tough one for me. I love the swimming category. I love Katie Ledecky. I definitely voted swimming, but I mean, what do they call the girls on the gymnastics team this year?
The Golden Girls.
The Golden Girls.
They're like the oldest team.
Yes.
I love that. It was so fun.
I did love the Golden Girls. So really, you couldn't have voted wrong, but there it is, our final favorite Summer Games bracket. We heard from you, and thanks to everyone who voted.
And the Democratic National Convention begins 1 week from today. Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate, Governor Tim Walz, are gaining more momentum.
Despite stepping aside from the nomination, President Biden confirms he's actually going to hit the campaign trail as well for the vice president. NBC's Chris Pallone shows us how the Republican vice presidential nominee has been hitting the airwaves, sharpening attacks on the Democrats and clearing up some of his running mates' policy positions.
Vice President Kamala Harris back in Washington after a cross-country campaign blitz with her new running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. The Democratic duo riding high after stops in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Arizona, and Nevada drew crowds in the thousands. A new poll shows Harris leading former President Trump among likely voters in Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, all within the margin of error.
Hey, Nevada!
The vice president launching a new policy proposal over the weekend.
When I am president, we will continue our fight for working families of America, including to raise the minimum wage and eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers.
It's not the first time that's come up.
We are going to not charge taxes on tips, people making tips.
The former president complaining online that Harris just copied my no taxes on tips policy. Republicans trying to blunt the Democrats' momentum, accusing the vice president of dodging policy questions. This as Trump's running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, denied Republicans' favor banning a key abortion drug just days after the former president said he was open to it.
And he said it repeatedly that his goal is not to block mifepristone, it's to let states make the decision on abortion policy.
And in his first interview since stepping aside, President Biden explained Sunday why he bowed out.
A number of my Democratic colleagues in the House and Senate thought that I was going to hurt them in the races.
The president said he plans to campaign for Vice President Harris and is slated to speak at the Democratic National Convention next week. Chris Pallone, NBC News, Washington.
Two sources tell NBC News besides President Biden, former Presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton will speak at the Democratic Convention, as well as former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. And the convention begins a week from today.
And this morning, the Bidens will soon be getting ready to leave the coast after spending the weekend at their North Shore's home in Rehoboth Beach. What you're seeing right there on your screen, President Biden went bike riding in Cape Henlopen State Park Sunday. According to the White House, the president and the First Lady will leave around 8 a.m. to head back to the White House. But we're just getting started here in this hour of Coast TV News Today.
And coming up, the sound of the school year, we'll show you the early preparations for this year's marching band at Cape Henlopen High School.
Also, first ever film premiere for a local camp, why the executive director says this program is so important to the rising talents.
And with all of the flight frustration going on, one company has ranked the best and worst airports. We'll tell you which travel terminals you may want to steer clear of. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Life is full of little moments. Joyous laughter. Playful dancing. Bright smiles. Never miss a moment. Built for brighter days. Shell Brothers Homes.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Come home to Crawl Street Tavern, where everyone's a local. Home to the Crawl Daddy Light Craft Beer. Start your day off right with breakfast classics. Indulge in your favorite pub grub, amazing wings, and killer crab cakes. Live music every weekend. Located on Wycomico Street, just steps away from the Ocean City Boardwalk. Open every day starting at 8 a.m.
Got a plumbing problem that can't wait? Then why would you? At FH Fur, we know how frustrating it is to be stuck waiting for help, which is why we offer same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, a broken pipe, you name it, the expert plumbers at FH Fur are standing by and ready to get you out of hot water, or maybe into some hot water if that's your issue. Same-day service guaranteed, regardless of your plumbing predicament.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
6:13 on our Back to Work Monday. Sun's coming up as we speak. Brightening skies and Bay Health, Camden, Milford, 65. Very comfortable across the area. Inland areas low to mid 60s is what we're waking up to. 60s to around 70 at the beaches. And the winds are light, but the tendency is out of the northwest. So that's a good direction this time of year. We're seeing some clouds floating through Delmarva. All in all, we're looking nice if you're traveling down into Virginia or up into the northeast. We are seeing some showers and storms across North Carolina and off the Outer Banks, but high pressure keeping us high and dry. Here's your golf forecast for today. And for any outdoor activities, looking really good. In fact, excellent on the golf course. Make sure you have water and sunscreen. 84, sun and clouds, and comfortable humidity.
And if you live in Laurel or just drive through the area regularly, here's some road work to be aware of. Starting today, Scotland Road will be closed, and DelDOT says that crossroad pipes are being installed, and this closure will last through Tuesday, August 20th, weather permitting. And early voting for Delaware's upcoming primary election is set to begin at the end of the month. The Delaware Department of Elections announced the schedule and the locations. You can vote early from Wednesday, August 28th to Saturday, August 31st from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Then on Tuesday, September 3rd from 11 to 7, or from Wednesday, September 4th to Sunday, September 8th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. For a full list of early voting locations, head to coasttvnews.com.
Travel company Upgraded Points has been ranking the best and the worst airports using some data from the Bureau of Transportation Statistics. So if you're planning on traveling, here's what they found. Keep note of this. The best airports for early morning flights: Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. Miami International Airport, however, is the worst for early flights. That ranked nearly 32% delayed. Now, on the flip side, the best airport for the red-eye flights, that's Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. But Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport, that was ranked worst for those PM flights. Many big box retailers are getting into the spooky season earlier than ever before. Michaels says it started selling Halloween merchandise back in June. So far, sales of Halloween goods have actually beat their internal expectations. Home Depot started selling its Halloween decorations online in April, and that was fueled by the high demand. But stores won't start stocking shelves until closer to around Labor Day. That's for the rest of them. Still ahead this morning, a first ever film premiere for one local camp. We're going to tell you how the executive director says the camp benefits the children and when you can get a chance to watch the films yourself.
And an absolutely gorgeous sunrise in progress right now in Cambridge. Look at the beautiful skies. The sun's coming up. It's going to be a beautiful day and a beautiful week. It's a quiet week thanks to high pressure. It will be looking dry and comfortable as well. Humidity creeping up a bit by the late week. Your forecast coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app today.
Right now, during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Gateway Subaru, we're offering incredible savings. Save up to $3,000 on a new 2024 Subaru Outback. Plus, take advantage of great financing rates as low as 0% for 48 months. Feel the thrill and save up to $2,400 off a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with financing rates as low as 2.9% for 48 months. And stop by to discover the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Their hands have always been there for you, a calming, reassuring presence, protecting, nurturing, guiding you. They've helped you find your own strength. Now you find that your hands are the ones supporting and working to ensure they are safe. That can often be challenging or even strain your relationship. With help from Commonwealth Senior Living at the Eastern Shore, you and your loved one can return focus to your relationship as parent and child, improving the lives of seniors, their families, and each other. That's the Commonwealth difference.
Join us for Fur and Field Day on September 7th at the Humane Society of Wicomico County. Enjoy competition, outdoor fun, food, vendors, and adoptable animals. Gather your team of 8 to 12 people for just $20 per person. Participate in fun games, water activities, face painting, live music, and more. Don't miss out on this exciting day. Visit wicomicohumane.org for more info. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, mold spores, pollen, and dirt are being sucked into your air ducts. Get cleaner air and system efficiency now with Stanley Steamer. For over 75 years, we've continually engineered our equipment and processes to deep clean your entire home. Your air ducts aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
It is 6:18 on this Monday morning, and we're going to take a live look outside into Lewis. As you can see, the sun is beginning to rise. I mean, that is a beautiful, beautiful shot right there, Bob. And we were talking earlier, you said that the UV index is going to be high, so people need to wear a lot of sunscreen.
Yeah, we need the higher sunscreen, the SPF over 30 for sure. Of course, last week with Debbie, Elisa, we had all the clouds, so the UV index was much lower, but it's going up now, and at least the temperatures are behaving. Average high now is 86, and really will be a little bit below average the next several days. 84 today, 83 Tuesday, and then we're in the mid-80s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And along with that, I think the humidity levels will be behaving as well. Of course, last week we were up in this miserable range and very humid. Much better this week. We're in the comfortable range, I think, today, tomorrow, into Wednesday, and even Thursday as well. And then the humidity humidity starts creeping up into the muggy to humid range again by the weekend, and I think we could see some showers and storms by Sunday. But until then, we're looking good. And this morning, comfortable temperatures to wake up to. 61 in Redden. Milton, you're waking up to 63, 65 in Salisbury, with Bethany Beach at 67. And the winds are calm, very light, maybe a slight breeze along the beach. And if they are blowing, they're coming in out of the northwest as high pressure is building in. And we have these clouds making for a beautiful sunrise, a mix of sun and clouds right now across Delmarva, and pretty quiet from Virginia up into the northeast with high pressure building in. Any kind of showers and storms are along a front in North Carolina and near Raleigh and off the Outer Banks too. But high pressure will keep that suppressed to the south with more nice weather a little bit farther west and some stormy weather across the Central Plains. And I think through the week ahead, we could see a couple of chances of showers, but all in all, looking pretty quiet. Here's Futurecast warming up nicely by late morning into the low 80s, mid 80s by the afternoon. A little cooler, Bethany Beach and Fenwick Island. I think you're in the 70s much of the day. By 6, you're 80 around Rehoboth, so a good-looking evening on the way, and we're looking at maybe a few more clouds tonight. I think we'll get another good shot of the Perseid meteor showers, 50 to 100 meteors per hour, so enjoy that. Otherwise, Tuesday, another good-looking day as we top out in the low to mid 80s, cooler at the coast, and then we're going to do it again as we go into your Wednesday. A clear start and cool temperatures in the low 60s away from the water, and as we go into the afternoon, temperatures into the mid 80s, maybe a slight chance of a shower, not a big deal. Let's talk tropics. This is potential tropical cyclone 5, which could become Ernesto in the next few days as a tropical storm and hurricane, maybe nicking the Lesser Antilles around the Virgin Islands, maybe Puerto Rico before it takes a big bend to the north, maybe as a major hurricane, but it looks like it stays way off of our coast, maybe affecting Bermuda down the road, but it does not look like a problem for the U.S. Paul Davis 7-day forecast looking good, low to mid 80s the next few days. Sun and clouds today and tomorrow, better chance of sun Wednesday through Friday. Weekend looking 50-50, 84 Saturday, maybe some storms Sunday and 85.
Thank you, Bob. And there's a lot of up-and-coming talent in Sussex County. An organization called the First State Community Action Agency had their first ever film camp last week. And on Friday, they had their first ever movie premiere. The kids were able to produce 2 films with the help of experienced entertainers. Executive Director Bernice Edwards told CoastTV this program is important to the kids for a number of reasons.
The other thing, too, is it gives our kids an opportunity to see people who have gone through the trenches and look where they are now. And we often tell our kids, don't look where you are today, but look where you're going to be in the future. And that's what we are trying to do, is prepare them for the future and be all they can be.
To find out how you can be selected for the Summer Enrichment Program, visit coasttvnews.com.
Coming up next on Coast TV News Today, the sound of the school year, we're giving you a first look at the Cape Henlopen Marching Band and telling you what's new and improved and looking forward to. We'll be right back.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
You never know what's going to happen when the competition gets this intense.
What a battle!
As athletes, there's nothing like competing on this course.
Let's go!
American Ninja Warrior, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
That stage is where dreams come true.
Here we go. Going for the gold, y'all!
AGT goes live.
3, 2.
Tuesday and Wednesday on NBC and Peacock.
Welcome to Your Space Storage at Bayside, proudly serving the beach with a unique redesigned storage experience. Enjoy our fully enclosed loading area, 24/7 access, climate-controlled units, and a revolutionary self-serve kiosk where you can check in and load in anytime, day or night. Visit us at storeatbayside.com to get your first full month free and lock in your rate for 1 full year with our Your Price Guarantee. Your Space Storage, conveniently located just 2.5 miles from the Fenwick Harris Teeter.
Draper Media presents the Shore Living Expo, celebrating health, wealth, and home. Saturday, September 7th from 10 to 4 at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. Sponsored by Spicer Brothers and Pohanka. Great demonstrations and interviews with Delmarva Life's Lisa and Jimmy on the expo stage, along with prizes and fun. Plus, meet your favorite Draper Media TV and radio talent. From crafts to home services, boats, cars, and RVs. This is a free event you don't want to miss. Go to WBOCevents.com. See you at the Shore Living Expo.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
All right, well, summer, it's been fun, but it's coming to an end. Marching our way now is the Cape Henlopen High School Marching Band. Let's take a little listen. Doesn't it get you excited? It's the sound of the school year. They're already striking the right note. Despite the dreary weather last week, Cape Henlopen High School's marching band began their practice. They're learning marching technique, they're memorizing music, and they're forging friendships along the way.
We have as a band, we've increased our student size by quite a big margin. So we're going to have a really great show, and we're able to do a lot more things visually and really bring the performance factor up.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I am looking forward to some halftime under the Friday night lights. And as we bring back in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. Bob, I felt that coming in this morning. It was pretty, I'm not going to say cool, but cooler than what we're used to. It felt like maybe a football game's coming our way.
Yeah, you know, the cooler season is just around the corner. And Paige, they were practicing out there, looked like in some of that wind from Debbie. So pretty hardy to be practicing band practice out there in the wind, but good luck to them. Assateague and Chincoteague at the beaches today, mid to upper 70s. Rip current threat is low, but the UV index is high, and the waves really not good for surfing, only about 1 to 2 feet. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, you're into the mid to upper 70s today. A mix of sun and clouds. On the bay side, maybe waves up to about a foot, and the next 3 days, you're looking great. Cambridge, low to mid 80s for highs with a mix of sun and clouds. And for Crisfield, you're in the lower 80s today, tomorrow, and Wednesday as well. So some fantastic weather. It looks like that nice weather will continue really the rest of the week with comfortable humidity levels. Much more in your forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you so much. Also coming up after the break, a tense tower arrest. How far this man made it up the Eiffel Tower before being captured by police.
And Cape Park improvements will tell you about the possible enhancements that could become a reality at Cape Henlopen State Park.
And a deadly house explosion. It shakes one Maryland neighborhood. We're going to tell you why officials were initially responding to the area as the investigation into the cause continues. CoastTV News will be right back.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread, topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Shower glass. Our name says it all. We provide the best custom shower glass on the shore in a fraction of the time, and our reviews prove it.
Shower glass delivers the best fit, finish, and fastest service.
Reliable scheduling, competitive pricing, the best in the business.
They're the only one we call for shower glass.
Frameless beauty with speed, accuracy, and lifetime warranties. Shower glass. It's all we do. Visit showerglassdoors.net to schedule your free consultation.
Hi, can I get an extra large quadruple shot, extra hot, semi-sweet caramel macchiato with almond milk, and a medium?
Whatever happened to coffee? Whack. When you need a minute, there's the Bally Casino app, featuring tons of exciting slots like Divine Fortune, Cash Machine, and 88 Fortunes. We bring the excitement to you. Throw in your favorite table games and...
Got one!
So who needs caffeine?
I'd still like some.
Yeah, me too. Bet boldly with the Bally Casino app, powered by Bet Rivers.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a prim.
Now on CoastTV News.
We're seeing cool temperatures to start the week. 60s this morning out the door, and high pressure keeps our weather on the quiet side for the week ahead. I'll have the forecast details coming up.
Deadly Maryland house explosion. We have details about the ongoing investigation.
And plans to improve Cape Henlopen State Park, how the public can have a say in the park's future.
One man arrested after climbing the Eiffel Tower. We're going to show you the scene in Paris just before the closing ceremony.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And good morning, I'm Lisa Weber. It is 6:30 on this Monday morning.
Yes, good morning. I'm Paige Marley. Thank you for joining us as we continue during our 6 o'clock hour. And Elisa, you know, back to our regularly scheduled programming, of course. That's what we've been telling people because the Olympics is over. But we're also moving forward to, you know, the fall weather, the fall feels.
Fall is my favorite season.
Yes, is it? Well, you're a big football fan.
I am a big football fan, but I just think the weather, my parents are growing pumpkins already at home. I don't really know how.
They grow pumpkins?
By accident. The seeds were from last season, from when they had pumpkins there, and I get pictures from my parents every day.
Wait, that's amazing.
So it's fall at my parents' house. It's
that's
not
like
summer anymore.
That's like one of those like fall Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
Like accidentally growing a pumpkin, it's going to turn into like a carriage.
Yeah, I mean, I think my house is going to turn into a pumpkin. Yeah, it's insane.
You're like Cinderella. I think you embrace it.
Exactly.
I love it. That's amazing. I don't know how to grow anything, but Bob, growing pumpkins, is it good weather for that? Do you know?
Yeah, I am no pumpkinologist, but I would think so, you know, and for the first time in a while, ladies, it just felt like a little bit of fall this morning, maybe just a little touch with temperatures in the 60s, and we're talking pumpkins. All the pumpkin drinks and beverages are coming out soon. Ooh, fall is just around the corner. It's feeling cool this morning in Redden, 61, 65 at Georgetown, 63, Ocean Pines, Bethany Beach, 68, Rehoboth. You're waking up to 69 degrees. Winds are calm for the most part, but the tendency is out of the north. We like to see that direction with high pressure building in. And we do have some clouds out there making for a beautiful sunrise. We're in and out of the clouds across Delmarva back through D.C. up into the New York area. Any kind of weather of consequence is off to our south through the Carolinas and offshore, but high pressure is keeping us high and dry. And here's Futurecast. We've got those clouds this morning. I think they'll tend to go away as we go through the day. Late morning, low 80s, and then by the afternoon, somewhere in the low to mid 80s, inland, some cooler 70s at the beaches, comfortable humidity levels, and beautiful this evening. Today's checklist, we can give the rain gear a break, but stay hydrated with water. Wear the light colored clothing. You want to definitely be careful out there. Sunscreen a must, 30 plus on the SPF, and then sunglasses, definitely need those as we go through your Monday.
2 people are dead after a house explosion near Baltimore on Sunday morning. And as you can see on your screen, video of the aftermath shows the home is now reduced to a pile of rubble. And the exact cause of the blast is still under investigation, and the fire department was initially called to the home in Harford County for an exterior gas leak around 6:42 a.m. And according to officials, there was an odor of gas within the area, and several homes and buildings in the community also sustained damage, displacing as many as 12 families.
Maryland State Police are still investigating a shooting they say happened Sunday morning. Troopers say it was around 2 a.m. at the Cherry Beach Park in Sharptown. Police were called for reports of shots fired. Then, according to Maryland State Police, they got there, looked around the area for any victims, but police did not find any. Now, MSP are asking anyone with information about the shooting to please contact the authorities.
And new this morning, Maryland State Police are warning about a recent phone scam of people impersonating troopers. According to the agency, scammers are using the real names of troopers in an attempt to steal personal information from potential victims. Troopers say the scammers are claiming to be from Culver County Sheriff's Office, and some even have caller IDs that look real. MSP says if anyone gets a suspicious call asking for a name, rank, and badge number, then to hang up and call the office they claim to represent.
Plans to improve Cape Henlopen State Park are taking shape, especially a new park office and entrance. So we're going to show you now some of these designs for the proposed site plan. DENREC saying the new office would feature a public lobby that would provide indoor queuing for park pass purchases, as well as a gift shop, and would also provide visitor parking. You can continue to comment on the project now through this Wednesday, August 14th.
And we're going to take a final look at our Olympic bracket. And Delmarva has chosen its favorite sport.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. So, of course, we asked you, gymnastics, equestrian, rowing, all the way back. You guys have been voting your favorites. The final decision, though, was gymnastics. That's what the Delmarva Peninsula voted for. And I think if we asked a lot of places around the country, gymnastics also would be a favorite. But speaking gymnastics, there has been some drama following it now. U.S. gymnast Jordan Childs must return her bronze medal in the floor exercise final following a ruling from the Court of Arbitration for that sport.
The CAS voided the scoring inquiry that led to a .01 increase in Childs' score, which vaulted her from 5th to 3rd place in the competition.
Yeah, the decision says the appeal by U.S. coach Cecile Landy came outside the 1-minute window allowed by the FIG, the International Gymnastics Federation. The CAS also saying the original finishing order should be reinstated, with Romanian gymnast Ana Barbosu in 3rd place and then Childs back in 5th.
But now USA Gymnastics is asking the CAS to reconsider its decision, saying they have submitted video evidence that they say shows the initial request for a scoring review came 47 seconds after Childs' score was first posted. And following the ruling, Jordan Childs, who has apparently received hurtful comments on social media since the competition, posted 4 broken heart emojis on her Instagram account on Saturday. And she wrote, quote, "I'm removing myself from social media for my mental health. Thank you." And one man is facing charges after police in Paris arrested him for climbing the Eiffel Tower on Sunday, just hours before the Olympics closing ceremony. And the shirtless man you can see on your screen right now was found scaling the 1,083-foot tall tower. And it is unclear where he began his climb, but he was spotted just above the Olympic rings, adoring the second section of the monument, just above the first viewing deck. And police evacuated the area as they attempted to detain the man, and the man was intercepted by police about halfway up the tower.
Fears are growing that Iran could soon launch a full-scale attack on Israel. The worry is that might spark a regional war. Multiple sources say an Iranian attack could happen any day now.
Iran is taking issue with the assassination of Hamas leader on its soil, and the Pentagon says it's fortifying the U.S. military position in the Middle East. As Amy Kiley shows us, analysts say Iran could choose not to retaliate.
Let's not take the path down to more war. We're entering Dante's Inferno of hell.
Some analysts say a Mideast regional war could explode soon, and the U.S. might end up involved. Multiple sources say Iran is considering a full-scale attack on Israel.
Israeli intelligence services see more and more preparations in Iran and by Hezbollah in Lebanon for some sort of a joint or coordinated attack against Israel.
Iran supports Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza, and the White House considers those groups Iranian proxies. All three say they want revenge on Israel for the recent assassination of Hamas's political leader in Tehran. Already, Hezbollah and Israel report exchanging rocket fire. Now, the worry is Iran itself could attack Israel directly.
It will affect the lives of every person on this planet in terms of inflationary pressures, joblessness, and despair.
The Pentagon says Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has ordered a guided missile sub to the area. It says he's accelerating the transit of a carrier strike group.
We're there to tell the Iranians, don't do this. Hezbollah, don't do this, because you are now calling upon, you will be having the United States respond, and we will respond in a way you may not anticipate.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
And we have a lot more news to get to, so don't go anywhere.
Still coming up, a drive for blood donation, how you can participate in a fun event that lets you experience a real racetrack up close, and how it'll help those in need.
And this historic building in Lewis has a new owner. We'll tell you why the owners think the city should grant them a tax-free exemption. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
What could you do with your new Amish tradesman pole building?
A garage, workshop, pool house, office, in-law suite, or just a big old toy box. The Amish Tradesman provides free custom 3D design to reflect your vision, built with Amish quality. For nearly 20 years, our Amish crew continues to operate in Southern Delaware, where we live, work, and worship. Call us today to set up your free design consultation at 302-349-5550 or get inspired online at theamishtradesman.com.
Welcome to Kelly's Outdoors in Millsboro, your local superstore built for the outdoorsman. We carry a well-stocked selection of freshwater and saltwater bait, tackle, and gear for your next fishing trip, plus a wide selection of ammo, apparel, archery gear, and accessories for the seasoned hunter. With the most recognized brands in the industry, we'll tailor any bow to fit your needs. And with tons of new products arriving daily, you'll be sure to find what you need for your next outdoor adventure. Visit Kelly's Outdoors in Millsboro, Delaware today.
Come to Out in the Light, where your treasure awaits.
Nestled in the heart of America's coolest small town, Out in Delights is not just your average gift shop, but where you can go for extraordinary finds, carrying items such as nautical decor, vintage vinyl, jewelry, holiday decor year-round, souvenirs, and toys. Don't forget to add a little fun to your shopping by checking out Zoltar or our penny crushing machine. Find what delights you at Out in Delights on Main Street in Berlin, across the street from the Mermaid Museum.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would
So they're
say-
made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would
And
go-
they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think
And
so.
they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out?
And
And the
so-
custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
It is 6:40 on a pleasant Monday morning. Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam in Laurel showing some clouds out there. We've got some blue skies as well and good visibility and a cooler start to the day. Definitely pleasant. A lot cooler than it has been recently. 65 in Georgetown, Seaford 65, Milford 66, 70 in Indian River Inlet. Just a little cooler at the beaches, but the winds are light, but the tendency is out of the northwest. We like to see that in the summertime as we're looking at a mix of sun and clouds out the door right now, and we're nice and quiet across the mid-Atlantic region. Some rain across the Carolinas, North Carolina, but high pressure will keep that at bay. Our forecast for today looking really good. Head out there and probably a little fast on the greens as it's drying out. Sun and clouds, 84 degrees. And call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. I just updated it. 443-880-9100 is the number. Sponsored by Baird, Mendalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Thank you so much, Bob. The first day of school just around the corner, and the Milford School District is stepping up to help students prepare. They're hosting a back-to-school resource day later this month at the Milford Central Academy. Students will be able to pick up school supplies, snacks, even get a fresh haircut for free. All this is happening Tuesday, August 20th from noon until 4.
And a new health center is being opened by BB Healthcare, and a ceremony will be held at 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, August 13th. Speakers at this event will involve the president, CEO, and prominent figures in BB Healthcare.
The little red building across from the Zwannendale Museum on Savannah Road that was at one point a bank and then a museum, it's been purchased by the Delaware Community Foundation. Now, since the building falls in line with the Lewis Historical District Ordinance, the outside has to stay the same. But what happens on the inside is up to the discretion of the foundation. They're a nonprofit organization, and now they're asking the city to be exempt from property taxes and assessment. The historical structure that was built in 1898 was purchased for just under $900,000.
And for people living in Maryland, now is the perfect time to shop and save some money while you're doing it, because this week is Maryland Tax-Free Week. Clothing and shoes priced up to $100 are tax-free, and the first $40 of any backpack purchase is also exempt from the state's 6% sales tax. That includes everything from shirts and pants to dresses and pajamas for all ages, not just kids.
Sounds good. We'll have to do some shopping. We now turn to movie, music, and home video news with Rick Damigella in today's Hollywood Minute.
Excuse me, ma'am. Casting news, Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan reveal their Freakier Friday co-star. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, the on-screen mother-daughter duo announced Manny Jacinto will play Lohan's husband in the upcoming sequel. New music from The Killers. The Las Vegas-born band has released the song Bright Lights ahead of their sold-out hometown residency at the Coliseum at Caesars Palace, kicking off Wednesday.
Are you seeing this? We got twins!
And recent theatrical fare heading to home video this week includes the digital release of Twisters, plus the physical media versions of If, starring Ryan Reynolds, and Austin Butler in The Bike Riders. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
We're looking at a beautiful sunrise out there this morning on the tunnel and razor cam. Lovely colors as we're seeing a mix of sun and clouds. It will be a gorgeous Monday on the way, and much of the week is looking dry and comfortable. Humidity levels behaving, creeping up a little bit late week into the weekend. I'll have your forecast details in 2 minutes.
Welcome to Beach Barrels. No matter where you're from, everyone is a local. Fun times and good vibes await with a wide variety of craft brews, plus our award-winning Primo Hoagies made fresh daily. Dance the night away at the best live music venue in Ocean City. And there's never a bad seat to catch your favorite sports team. Dine in or relax on our outside deck with comfortable seating and beautiful palm trees for a cozy, tropical atmosphere. Beach Barrels open 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. at 132nd and Coastal Highway.
Over 50 years ago, JD Asphalt was built on a strong foundation of family values.
So when you call us, you'll speak to a member of our family, like me, where I'll talk you through our entire process, answering any questions you have along the way, and delivering prompt free estimates no matter the size of the job. Call now and ask about our 0% financing options, or visit our website for special discounts. JD Asphalt, a trusted family company for over 50 years.
Ocean City Jeep Fest, Coast Country, and CoastTV present. Live in concert August 24th, it's going to be Jason Michael Carroll and Sam Grow. Openers Blake Wood and Rich LaFleur. It's a night of music with songs and stories at OC Performing Arts Center. This concert is to benefit St. Jude Children's Hospital, brought to you by Kicker, Joe's Jeep Jungle, Trail 7, Berlin IG Burton Jeep, and Livewire Media and Events. Don't miss this show and get your tickets now at etix.com. August 24th, doors open at 7 p.m.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
Got a plumbing problem that can't wait? Then why would you? At FH Fur, we know how frustrating it is to be stuck waiting for help, which is why we offer same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, a broken pipe, you name it, the expert plumbers at FH Fur are standing by and ready to get you out of hot water, or maybe into some hot water if that's your issue. Same-day service guaranteed, regardless of your plumbing predicament.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
It's now 6:46 on your Monday morning. Let's take a live look now, see what's going on there in Milford. And we saw some really incredible sunrises this morning, Bob. That one's still beautiful, though.
We've seen some really beautiful nature stuff this morning, Paige, I should say. Beautiful sunrise, and then overnight we had the Perseid meteor showers that are going again tonight, about 50 to 100 meteors per hour. Let's do our holiday countdown, have a little fun. Labor Day is only 21 days away. The first day of fall, 43 days. Of course, meteorological fall starts just in a couple of weeks on September 1st. Halloween, 81 days, and Election Day, 86 days, and turning cooler as we go down the road, and a pleasant week on the way, and humidity-wise looking really good. We're in the comfortable range today and tomorrow, Wednesday, and even into a part of Thursday as well. Then towards the end of the week into the weekend, we start to see those humidity levels creeping up a little bit, but even by the weekend, still not as bad as it was last week as we were tracking Debbie. We're looking at temperatures in the 60s this morning, even 61 in Redden, 65 in Georgetown, Ocean City 67, 70 in Indian River Inlet. Winds are calm, but the tendency is coming out of the northwest as high pressure is building in, and that will keep our weather quiet and our humidity pretty low. Right now, just seeing a mix of sun and clouds across Delmarva with high pressure building in. It looks like a little storminess around the Raleigh area and off of the Outer Banks as there is a front stall down here, but high pressure farther to the west will also keep our weather very quiet the next few days. A little bit of rough weather across the middle of the country, and we'll see these little disturbances swing through this week that could trigger a light shower, but aside from that, looking pretty good. Here's Futurecast going through the morning hours through the 80s late morning, and then by afternoon around 83 to 85. I think from Bethany Beach down to Ocean City, you're probably staying in the upper 70s, but 80s inland, and then overnight tonight, we're looking at maybe a few clouds that could obscure the Perseid meteor showers. Once again, 50 to 100 meteors per hour. Enjoy that. Otherwise, a cool start on your your Tuesday morning. Maybe a few clouds from time to time, and by afternoon, lower to maybe some middle 80s away from the coast and 70s at the beaches. And we're going to see another cool start on your Wednesday morning into the low 60s, and a beautiful afternoon into the mid 80s, maybe a stray shower. Here is potential tropical cyclone number 5 starting to get organized, and it could become Ernesto, maybe a tropical storm or hurricane next couple of days, maybe nicking the Lesser Antilles, maybe the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico before making a sharp turn out to sea as we go through the week. It looks like it will be a fish storm and should not be affecting the U.S. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, low to mid 80s the next several days, partly cloudy Monday and Tuesday. Then it looks like more sunshine Wednesday through Friday. Humidity levels creeping up a little bit too, and we can't rule out a stray shower. Then by the weekend, not too bad on Saturday at least, partly cloudy 84, and then maybe a better chance of some storms by Sunday and a high of 85.
Bob, and next month the Monster Mile in Dover will hold their 19th annual 9/11 Memorial Blood Drive. This event entails you driving your personal car around the track for 2 laps, then donating blood after. This runs from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and drivers are required to sign a waiver before taking their laps around the track. Donators will be entered into the raffle, including tickets to next year's Bet Rivers 200 race at the Speedway.
Maryland Senators Chris Van Hollen and Ben Cardin announced that over $25 million in federal funding for Maryland healthcare, education, and workforce training projects has cleared a key Senate committee. The funding is part of the 2025 fiscal year appropriations bill. The senators say if passed, the projects will bring critical resources to Maryland communities, including here on Delmarva.
And for locals of Rehoboth Beach, the city's election wrapped up, and here are the results. Over 1,600 locals came out and voted, and Craig Thayer and Suzanne Good received the 2 highest number of votes. Thayer and Good will take office at the Board of Commissioners meeting on September 20th.
Time is now 6:50 this morning. You know what that means. It's time to check in with our Coastal Pet of the Day.
And today's Coastal Pet of the Day is a rescue, and on your screen right now is Chopper. Chopper has ribbons from the Salisbury Canine Scent School, and he can't control his slobber, but he can control all the love he brings to his family. Chopper was submitted to us by Sharon in Fruitland.
That's adorable. Good job, Chopper. Don't forget, we want to see all your adorable pets on Delmarva. Send us photos just like that one. Tell us what makes them so special. First, take a look at your screen.
And scan the QR code at top of your screen to submit your furry friend to CoastTV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all of the pets that we feature.
Good-looking puppy there. And good-looking weather. Beautiful start to the day in Ocean View on the Gutter Helmet Cam, looking at a mix of sun and clouds. Pretty tranquil today, and really the rest of the week weather-wise is looking good as high pressure is in control. Could see a few showers from time to time, and the humidity levels slowly rising. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up after the break.
Delaware Electric Cooperative is proud to power Central and Southern Delaware. We power local artists creating masterpieces inspired by nature, eateries with roots that run deep in our communities, and business owners helping other entrepreneurs succeed. We serve a new orchestra founded by co-op members and a new library built to better serve Harrington families. We're inspired by the stories of our friends and neighbors, and it's for these people and places that DEC is committed to keeping the lights on.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood.
The historic Lewis Farmers Market is in the park every Saturday from 8 to noon and at Crooked Hammock Brewery every Wednesday from 8 to 11:30 a.m.
18 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood.
The historic Lewis Farmers Market is in the park every Saturday from 8 to noon and at Crooked Hammock Brewery every Wednesday from 8 to 11:30 a.m.
Brian, what's the difference between treated wood and composite decking?
Treated wood decking costs less but requires a lot of maintenance over the years. Composite decking looks like wood but won't fade, curl, or rot. It's insect resistant, maintenance free, and comes with a lifetime warranty. But through August 31st only, you can get composite decking for the same price as treated lumber and no payments, no interest for 12 months.
Paul Davis can bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow.
And we'll give you a down to the penny price that day.
Call Paul Davis, the restoration and remodeling experts.
It's now 6:54. It's time for some things you need to know before you go. This morning, the Bidens will be getting ready to leave the coast after spending the weekend at their North Shores home. You can see right there on your screen, President Biden went bike riding in Cape Henlopen State Park Sunday. According to the White House, the President and First Lady will be leaving around 8 a.m. to head back to their home.
And 2 people are dead after a house explosion near Baltimore on Sunday morning. The home reduced to a pile of rubble. The exact cause of the blast is still under investigation, and the fire department was initially dispatched to the home in Harford County for an exterior gas leak at around 6:42 a.m. According to officials, there was an odor of gas within the area, and several homes and buildings in the community also sustained damage, displacing as many as 12 families.
This morning, one man facing charges after police in Paris arrested him for climbing the Eiffel Tower Sunday. This was just hours before the Olympics closing ceremony. The shirtless man you see on your screen was found scaling the 1,083-foot tall tower. It's still unclear where he began his climb, but he was spotted just above the Olympic rings adorning the second section of the monument. That's just above the first viewing deck. Police evacuated the area as they attempted to detain that man. The man was intercepted by police about halfway up the tower.
And plans to improve Cape Henlopen State Park are taking shape, especially a new park office and entrance. DenRec says the new office will feature a public lobby that would provide indoor query for park pass purchases and a gift shop, and would also provide visitor parking. The public can continue to comment on the projects now through Wednesday, August 14th.
A coin heist has authorities literally blue in the face, and it's all about Bluey.
An Australian man is charged with stealing and trying to cash in on nearly $400,000 worth of Bluey coins.
Okay, the limited edition coins are based on the children's show Bluey. They were set to go into circulation in Australia next month. Police say the Bluey bandit stole the coins from a warehouse where he worked in Sydney.
He then started selling them online for 10 times their face value. Only about 1,000 of the 64,000 coins have been recovered.
Oh my gosh, people love Bluey, I guess. That's intense. All right, well, it is 6:56 now. Quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Let's take one last final check with Bob Trihey.
Ladies, I don't know about you, Bluey. Have you ever heard of Bluey before? No, that must be a down under thing. We're looking at beautiful weather for today. Tranquil weather with high pressure. Cool this morning, looking really nice. Slowly warming through the 60s. And then I think we're looking at a mix of sun and clouds. Humidity levels much lower today with a light north wind becoming west. And I think we'll see highs later today right around 84 degrees. So a couple degrees below average. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. We've got some comfortable mornings as far as sleeping goes. Low to mid 60s the next few days. 83 on your Tuesday, and then probably more sunshine Wednesday through Friday with some mid 80s with mostly sunny skies. Right now, as we look at the weekend, Saturday looking dry. Sunday, maybe a better chance of some storms. 85 degrees. Some of those could linger into Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday are looking dry. So all in all, pretty consistently nice forecast the next 10 days.
Not too bad at all, Bob. Thank you. And thank you for joining us on Coast TV News today.
The Today Show is coming up at 7 a.m.
And we'll be back with Coast TV midday at 11. Stick around.
And for even more news and coverage you can count on, you can download our Coast TV News and weather apps. Have a great morning.